I have something to admit about my fandom. It's called, I'm actually not that big of a fan of anything in the media. Except I am, but I'm not. I'm not obsessed with things. I don't worship things. I don't know. I was taught that maybe I should, but I don't, and it got kind of weird for me seeing my sister's bedroom covered in every kind of magazine tear out picture of band members from NSYNC back in the 90s, to the point I thought that was normal. And the older I got, the more I started to realize how weird it was. So I just, by the time I hit middle school, after 6th grade, and mine was, my little shrine was smaller. I only ever made 2, and I never stared at them. And by the way, one of them I made myself with a printer and some pictures, pasted them on a board and made a collage. And by the way, it was a whole, maybe up to 10 pictures from the mummy, and it wasn't just one person. It was also a lot of the monster characters and stuff like that. So basically, it was also laminated, and sometimes I took a dry erase marker and I just wrote shit on it. That was my story ideas. Oh God. But anyways, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of fandom. I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter. It's enjoyable. I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter. In no way. I have no Harry Potter collectibles except my books got stolen. I don't know. I enjoyed reading them. I'll read them again if I want to, but I'm not obsessed with it. I don't know. I'd rather read The Art of War. I'm more of a fan of Sun Tzu and MMA kind of stuff than I am monster movies and things like that, like the lame ones. By the way, The Mummy, Stephen Sommers, that has aged so fucking beautiful. Oh my God, it's like color, black and white movie. You did a good job. You did it. You really did it. I love those graphics, and even the History Channel has some really good stuff now. Oh. Anyways, I like Stephen Sommers. He's pretty fucking awesome. I like Stephen Sommers a lot. But anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I also like Joss Whedon. He's pretty cool with the stuff that he does on camera. And then I like Star Trek. I don't know. But I don't worship these things or obsess over them. I don't put money into the collectibles or anything, because I'm also glad I didn't. It's not really my thing, but I like guys that do that. I don't know. I'm not going to stop them. It's their thing. But I don't know. Me and fandom, it's like, I like to analyze how the art was done and stuff like that. I like to think about it, and like when I was in an online high school, I did some very little work with GIMP. I didn't even finish the class, but like it was getting too difficult for me to freehand draw something with a mouse. I was trying to make a transformer, and it was awful. It was awful. My transformer was just awful. And then also like my fruit picture. Oh geez, I was like trying to draw polygons, and I didn't use a tool I wasn't instructed to, because it was supposed to be freehand fruit and flipped. Oh my God, it was the worst fruit ever. Maybe it wasn't, but it was. I drew an apple and a banana, and like I flipped them, and oh God, it was awful. I was a lot better at tracing photographs. That assignment was really good, because I just like zoomed in, used the what do you call it? The brush that I was supposed to use and stuff, and I traced it with zoomed in and got really fucking detailed. I did the background like they wanted. I also trash my shit too when it's an assignment, because the school owns my assignment. So every time I do something for the school, I nothing but trash my fucking shit for real. Anyways, yeah. Why do I trash my art when it's for school? Because they sign this. That belongs to me. I have a right to buy it as a teacher from the school. But, I could do better. I just really don't want to even draw for you anymore, because my mom, nothing but believed her art was stolen to the point I read up on it. And I have noted that all my life. But the thing is like, There's no way my mom is Dr. Seuss looking at the year it was published and the year the author was born versus that stuff. But I really struggle with fandom because of how weird my family gets about fame. And like it kind of got weird, and to me it's just another job. So I don't know, but like it is, but it isn't, because people get excited about you like it's some kind of weird, I don't know, it's kind of weird how people feel about looking at somebody on a screen. I'm like, that's a person. It's nice to meet people, but at the same time it gets a little weird because I'm a person, they're a person. Whoop-de-fucking-do, right? Except they have an infamous job. They really do. But it's just really ridiculous. I don't know. I don't think people understand how I feel about all that. Because, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable to think about obsessing over somebody else's idea or artwork. I can enjoy that without obsessing over it. And I absolutely don't obsess over these things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like Harry Potter at all. It's not the best book ever written, but it's also a lot better than Twilight. I tried reading Twilight. I couldn't even make it through Eclipse. I got to 1 month name, another month name. Oh, I was fucking done. I was fucking done. I so hated Twilight so damn much. But she was really going through something. People related to that. I'm like, you're spreading it to happen more, possibly, as like some kind of... If a psychologist made you obsessed with Twilight or Buffy ever in your life, I feel really sorry for the people around you. That's a bit fucking weird. But yeah, I don't know. We also had a vampire incident close to my house at a park that I never really went to that much. And also, I'm not allowed to go there. And I'm just like, I know what school it was. I had also dropped out of this school. And there was a weird vampire incident associated with my neighborhood from my school at the time that I was no longer going to. And it was weird. And just, yeah. Yeah, it was it was a bad incident. It was a bad incident, but anyways, yeah. I don't know, another reason why I left that school is because I was loose on the campus, skipping class, and I wound up walking one way, and there were these guys coming from off campus, and a student coming out of one of the places, out of a classroom or whatever, and that person got jumped. And by the way, a few months later, it was finally acknowledged on the news. And I said, guess why I fucking left? So, like, everywhere I went at that school, people were getting jumped. It's like, Kimberly's right here. Oh, God, fight just started. I'm like, oh, shit, I am fucking out of here real fast. I am fucking out of here. So, I just left that school. I told them at the time, too. I was supposed to be going to the best school in Tacoma at that time. And I seriously just up and fucking left. I went to be homeschooled after that shit. I'm right there. All of a sudden, slap, slap, slap. Seriously. It got heavy and hard pretty fast, and then, like, oh my God. So not only was it that, I also was skipping out of class because being required to talk to people for assignments started getting a little bit too intense. Yeah, they're being nice to me, but also, like, I'm seeing all these fights. I ain't getting in one of those fucking fights because somebody talked to me in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel. That's how I really am. To the point where, I would, but I sure as hell don't fucking want to, so I'm just gonna walk away. And people wonder why I ever wanted to perform a school shooting, but by the way, I never did. I just fucking left. Not everybody has that option because they're not as rich as you. There's online school now. So if you feel like performing a school shooting, just get the fuck out of there. Don't be guilty for something the rest of your life because of some cause or whatever that you came up with, or that they came up with, or that was on the news. Don't even fucking do it. Don't even fucking do it. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, that's actually me in a nutshell, is that, like, I thought about school shootings, didn't do it, whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, there's things that I think about that I don't talk about. And I would never tell a psychologist this a day in my life because whatever. I'm an escape artist. Fucking escape artist. Yeah. But yeah, I seriously don't like talking to people because every time people get really aggressive about talking to me and then they start telling me their little tricks and how they like to do things and insist on talking to people and only admit to certain people in the room. Oh, yeah, I do that. I really do that. And I'm like, stay away. I don't need you doing this to anybody around me. I don't like that kind of behavior. I have never ever approved of that kind of behavior in my life. And also, I have seen this fucking game so many times now in one like 3-month period that I'm already like, seriously, I'm 33 fucking years old. Seriously, that's me in middle school and you're fucking how old? That's what people my age were doing in fucking middle school compared to you assholes. Oh, I wish I grew up in the 90s. Holy fucking shit, let me tell you something. You would have been shot acting like that in the fucking 90s. You sure the hell would have. And by the way, I've seen people killed in elementary schools just because they had colors. Okay? Once you got colors, don't matter what fucking age you are. Also, if you're some kind of nihilist or anarchist or any fucking thing like that in the 90s, they would shoot you. They would shoot you. They really would. I don't want it back. You weren't there. You didn't see how many child molesters and kidnappers came to my school. You did not see how many gang members got killed at my school. You did not see the random children before we had a new school building. I'm not, like, seriously, I am going to warn you. The game to get out of school was killing people and smash their fucking head right on a concrete pillar at recess. And this was elementary school. Because high school kids were doing it. Here's the thing. They started popping up at various schools, fucking doing it and showing them. And that was after it was on the news, to the point where aren't they at school? They're going to a fucking elementary school and doing it to a known to be child gang member who is so intensely groomed. He's potentially also gotten away with shooting people because of his age, by the way. So basically, holy fucking shit, for fucking real, that's why they kill those children. They're in gangs because of their age, and they hand them a gun, and they say, go shoot them. And they do. They sure the hell fucking did. To the point, once they're in elementary school or not, doesn't matter. If you're in a gang, you are now being targeted by somebody, potentially, to the point, for real, I would never ever want to be in one. At all. Somebody say, but I'm alone and I'm capable of being targeted too. Here's the thing. I'm okay. I'm pretty much, for the most part, okay. By the way, they also call this town Compton. And by the way, it's been really quiet for damn near 20 years until BLM. And I know that they were planning that to the point the rumor was literally across the whole damn country. For real. And Tacoma, I know you guys were talking about it. I didn't want you all up on my ass, but I seriously know what you were doing. So yeah. I'm just, I don't understand that stuff because the way I was raised, I've heard stories about, I don't like killing people. I don't like killing animals. I don't like seeing dead bodies. And that was a Vietnam vet. And by the way, he told me what it's like when there's a dead man crawling out of his coffin and running around the goddamn plane screaming his head off. And by the way, he was nothing but definitely dead. And some of them would lay there, and then with the air that was left in their lungs, because they weren't breathing, they would come out saying things. And that's the whole thing. They were definitely fucking dead. And, Some of them knew they were dead. Some of them didn't know they were dead. Some of them were a chicken. When she cut off the chicken's head and it starts running, that's the kind of shit it was. And they really do that, by the way. So anybody who doesn't understand that, there's somewhere out there, somebody's got a video of the chicken who was definitely trying to run away and running around without its head. So get a clue. And once people die, weird things happen in the coolers at the morgue, trust me. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's really like that. And, I just, bleh. Yeah, I don't even want to hear about how killing's cool to people in all reality, because it's really fucking not. It's like, seriously, I don't even want to have to be in a position to defend myself. Or that somebody would be in a position or put me in a position where I feel threatened by you repeatedly. And, like, seriously, even talking to you is intense sometimes. Or some people, because they're so mad at somebody that they just want to hit anybody. To the point, I really don't want you around, and I'm glad that you haven't been here. Because, seriously, I don't want to be around that at all. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, whatever.